What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to a special bonus episode of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast based off of some stuff that happened on Crown Jewel. I am your host, as always, Tony Mango, joined as always by Robert E. Felice.
Hey, it's me. I'm Robert E. Felice.
It's Dee Dee Felice.
That's not necessarily what I was going to say, but okay.
Yeah. It is 12:20 in the morning, and this is following the Crown Jewel thing, as I mentioned before, where I had put out a little thing about the super chats. The goal was to get 5 super chats of any kind and to kind of unlock this idea of what we're doing here. And we did. So thank you, Carl, for that. And that's why we're doing it. That's kind of the whole point. So we're going to try to do that going forward with the super chats and see if maybe people can come up with some cool ideas. This is not the main event for the week. I don't know what we're going to do yet for that. This is just a bonus thing. So I don't know how long it'll be, but it'll be however long it takes to go through the list here, because what we are doing is we're going to crown Jewel champions that are not from the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. I'm going to say crown a million times in this. We are taking that concept of the champion versus champion thing and applying that to every year that there were 2 champions, whether it's 2 of the men and 2 of the women or just 2 of the men. I mean, that's been more the case than the women's division being part of it, but all those years that we had like Survivor Series that did that or whatever, it wasn't for anything. So we're going to say it's for the Crown Jewel Championship, and we're going to go back in time and kind of change it around a little bit too. So, that's essentially it. What we're going to do, you're going to see on your screen a few different options of things are going to pop up on there. I'm actually going to shout out a website that's great for this that we're going to be using, which is the SmackDown Hotel. And that is going to be up on the left side of the screen. On the right side of the screen, it's going to be a little chart of everybody. So that way you can see whoever we have in bold is the one that we picked. And if I want to, consult this list in the future, I'll be like, okay, I don't remember who we picked and stuff. So that's for posterity reasons too. So I don't know what our criteria is going to be. I guess we're going to do it on the fly and just kind of debate. But you are definitely going to have to be the historian on if they did this type of a match, who won, or like for certain eras, like who had a little bit more momentum around this time. And we're going to go by November 2nd. For every year from 2004 onward, or 2002 onward. So strap yourselves in. That's what we're doing. Let me get my screen in a position that makes sense. And that would be also to show everybody. Okay. You can see we have a top rope list thing on there, but that's just because I'm using that because I'm lazy. So 2002 is the first option of this. On the Raw side of things, we have Triple H holding the World Heavyweight Championship. And on SmackDown, we have Brock Lesnar. I was not watching around this time, so I can't tell you if there was like one definitive thing or the other, but I would assume, let me make this a little bit bigger, that might be cooler for people. I would assume that Brock was probably the one that was more protected, right?
Yeah, I would say so. But it's also Triple H, you know what I mean?
Had Brock lost at that point?
At this point, he would lose in November to Big Show.
I mean, like, had he been pinned at all?
Nah. Pinned? I don't think so. So it might have to be Lesnar.
Yeah, I think Brock beating Triple H on that front probably would make the most sense. And there's not 2 women, is there? Nope. So
that won't start until like 2009.
Maybe we don't do it for every single year of this, but and maybe we don't chart it. But tag teams, let's go with that too. What the hell? If that's an option on there, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, or Christian and Chris Jericho. It's Christian, and Kurt. I have no clue the context of them. They both were 13 days and 19 days, so they were pretty fresh champions. But I would assume it probably would be Angle and Benoit, right?
Or you could assume that they have a blow up, which leads to Jericho and Christian.
Oh, they were kind of like feuding?
They were doing the frenemy thing, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, can they coexist? No, and then the heels cheat.
Yeah, I would say. I think that would probably be the way to go.
Alrighty, so let's go with the 2003. Let's switch over there. I don't know why my internet's going slow. There we go. Switch over to champions, and then that's Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Goldberg on Raw, Brock Lesnar on SmackDown. And we did get to see Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, but not in a champion versus champion capacity, and not in 2003. So that's a big of a difference. But they fought at Mania.
They sure did.
So I would assume Brock Lesnar wins that one too, right? Or no, Goldberg won, didn't he?
Goldberg wins that match, and I would probably put him over here.
Because it is still Goldberg. And by this point, September 2003, Brock had lost before, right?
Yeah, many times.
Oh, yeah, he had to have been if that was only 45 days. U.S. champion Big Show and Rob Van Dam, Intercontinental title. Big Show?
I'd probably put over RBD.
I trust your judgment. Bashams against the Dudleys. A brother warfare.
From two teams that aren't actually brothers. I'd go with the Dudleys.
Yeah, probably. Not knowing the context at the time, I probably still would have just assumed that was the case. Let's see, 2004. We've got JBL and Triple H. I'll add that to the list. It's JBL and Triple H. I would think Triple H would win. Yep.
Triple H has to win.
Carlito Caribbean Cool. I hated that. They used to have that name like that. And Shelton Benjamin.
I'd put over Benjamin.
Was Shelton babyface?
Yeah.
So probably, yeah. Then Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree. And then you got Rob Conway and Sylvan. Wow.
So
I defer to you, I mean.
Judging solely based on the idea that Rene Dupree was a founding member of La Resistance, I'm going to say he sticks with his countrymen and not Suzuki for this one.
Let's see, 2005 might be even quicker if I just do it this way. I mean, maybe not. You got John Cena and Batista.
This is probably the most interesting time you could ever put Cena against Batista. They are exactly on par with one another.
213. They had the Royal Rumble scenario. Batista won the Royal Rumble, so I would think that maybe to offset that, Cena would win this.
Gun to my head, in 2005, they'd probably have given it to Batista.
Still?
I think so.
I mean, he did main event WrestleMania.
He was pushed a little harder that first year.
And they're two baby faces, so it's not like one could be like, let's go with the heel because it would cheat. You got Booker and Ric Flair for the mid-card titles.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'd probably go Flair.
Probably Flair, yeah.
Just because it's Flair.
And he would like poke him in the eye or something.
Eminem versus Kane and Big Show.
Well.
Probably Kane and Big Show.
Yeah, I think Kane and Big Show.
They're just too big.
Papa Tutti should have been a part of that team.
All right, so now in 2006, we're getting to the point where if we want to, we can put the ECW title in the mix.
John Cena, King Booker, and Big Show did have that match. Booker, I believe, was the one that won, right?
He was. Kevin Federline won't get involved in this match that we're about to fantasy book.
But if it's John Cena and King Booker without Big Show and without some kind of off like that, I think John Cena at this point just flat out wins.
I'm putting it on Booker. He's the crown jewel. He's King Booker.
Yeah, but Gunther didn't win.
But Gunther also doesn't want to wear the crown.
True. I'm going to put the ones in italics as the ones that we both disagreed on because we don't have the Callum third vote. And I'm going to put in bold the ones that we both agreed on. Benoit and Hardy.
At this stage in their
probably Benoit, careers, right?
I'm going to give the edge to Hardy because unfortunately, Chris was on the downturn and was about to be moved to ECW and stuff. I think he would have put over Hardy as like he gets him in the crossface. Hardy somehow manages to get out of that and get into a pin, and that's how he'd squeak by there.
Brian Kendrick and Paul London against the Spirit Squad.
Now, if you watch our Ultimate card of all time, you know how big of a Brian Kendrick and Paul London fan I am. So there's that.
Were they in a spot though that they were kind of just like, because this is around when I started rewatching again, but I can't remember a lot of like specifics. I don't remember them being booked particularly strong. It was just sort of like, the tag champs are coming out, they're going to wrestle, and they're wrestling like the Highlanders or something.
I mean, look at how long it says the Spirit Squad held those belts.
213, yeah. But then they were like making Vince laugh. So,
and the weird thing about that is it goes from them to Piper and Flair to Edge and Randy.
Oh, I liked when they were doing the rated RKO as a tag team thing.
That was my favorite era for those two.
Next year after that, 2007, we got Randy Orton and Batista. This is 07 Randy Orton against 07 Batista. I think it'd probably be Batista.
If we're just putting over a babyface, it's Batista.
Wait, I mean, Randy Orton's a heel, right?
Yeah.
And if you throw CM Punk into the mix there, then I could see Orton beating Punk to win so that they keep Batista looking strong.
I agree. I think that's what they would do because that was a weird time where Batista was still getting pushed, but Randy was probably getting pushed harder. But I could also see them just going, give the babyface to win. Like Triple H helps Batista win or something.
MVP and Jeff Hardy for the mid-card titles. MVP's at 166 days, so this was his like big title reign, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna play around here a little bit because I'm looking at this list. I'm gonna say Jeff beats MVP with the help of Matt Hardy, leading to Matt Hardy and MVP taking on Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, where MVP can then walk out on Hardy.
I like that idea. For all we know, that happened like the week after in some other kind of match or something. At this point, we still haven't had a women's thing because they didn't have a second women's champion. So if anybody's wondering,
I think
why.
They have one now in 2008.
There's Batista against Triple H. Maybe Triple H gets his win back. I can see that.
Yeah, this is 2008 Triple H. This is babyface Triple H. This is probably unsufferable Triple H. I think he has to win here.
I'll drop the title to Jeff, but only if we insert Edge and he gets pinned.
7 days Batista held this title, so it would have been Triple H Jericho, but Batista won that belt.
And if we threw Matt Hardy in there, Matt Hardy wouldn't win, obviously. Like, clearly Triple H or Batista would pin Matt Hardy. Shelton and Santino. This is heel gold standard, I think, Shelton?
Yep. I think Shelton has to slip on a banana peel.
I'd be down for that. Tags are Carlito and Primo.
Man, that's fun.
Against CM Punk and Kofi Kingston.
Wow, that's so fun.
Do they have a team name, Punk and Kingston?
I don't know if they were together long enough. I'm going to go Punk and Kingston.
Because they had Air Boom with Kofi and Evan Bourne, and then when it was Evan Bourne and R-Truth, it was R-Boom, which I thought was so fucking dumb. I don't remember them ever having a team name for Punk and Kingston. They'd beat the Clones. And we actually have the women's one. Michelle McCool against Beth Phoenix.
I can't think of two better women.
At that point? Yeah, probably not. Although Mickey, maybe?
I'm going to put Michelle over, because babyface.
Babyface over heel. Yep. I'd go with that too. This is like, Beth Phoenix isn't infallible around that time or anything.
Oh, this is...
John Cena versus The Undertaker from 2009.
So some of these matches definitely happened, right? At least that...
Not in a good way for that.
At least that mid-card one in this context. Because I think that was the bragging rights match.
Miz and Morrison?
Miz and Morrison. But Let's talk
Miz
Cena
win?
Taker. He did, I believe, yes.
Hmm.
Let's talk Cena Taker, because this is a match I always wanted to see. We saw it a couple times in 03. Yeah, we saw it in 2014, 2020, no, 2018. Yeah, but we never saw this, which was like peak working Undertaker and John Cena as the top of the company. I would have loved to see this match. I still think Taker is winning it.
I think Taker probably would have won, yeah. And then, of course, if you throw Christian in there, then that's even more of a reason that Taker probably would have pinned Christian. Yeah, Cena could have potentially pinned Christian, and then that way it's like, well, you didn't beat Taker, but you won the match. Burn, 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 you know, kind of thing. But Taker and Cena by themselves, yeah, I'd go Taker.
Me too.
Who did we say for? Oh, we said Triple H. That's right. Miz and Christian, Miz and Morrison, Chris Jericho and Big Show, Chris Jericho and Big Show.
Oh, so they've unified the tag titles at this point.
Yeah, so clearly they lose. And then Melina and Michelle McCool. This looks like it's heel Michelle and babyface Melina.
No.
Could that be?
Already? Maybe.
They usually have a heel and face list on there, don't they? Let's see. So this is 2009 of Michelle McCool. So yeah, heel Michelle. And then 2009, yeah, babyface Melina. But I think I'd go Michelle.
I'm putting heel Michelle over.
2010. We've got Randy Orton versus Kane.
Wow.
Oh, Randy would have won that.
Yeah.
That's not in question. Yeah. Daniel Bryan against Dolph Ziggler. Daniel Bryan.
We did see that match. Bragging rights.
That was a damn good match.
That was a great match.
No tag thing, but we got Michelle McCool on her own too.
Oh, they've merged those belts too.
Yeah, so none of those. Ted DiBiase's $1 million champion, so maybe he'd be thrown in that Intercontinental thing, but probably not. Alberto Del Rio versus Mark Henry. I wonder who we're gonna pick between the two of us, who we thought should have won. I'll just bold Mark Henry there.
I mean, if it was a real thing that happened at the time, Del Rio would have won, unfortunately.
Probably.
But yeah, Mark Henry wins.
Was this babyface Alberto Del Rio?
They were both heels. This is still car driving Del Rio, and this is Hall of Pain Mark Henry.
When did Del Rio turn face?
At the end of 2012.
December 16th, 2012. That's crazy. You remember all those things. Man, bad fucking. I hated the whole Del Rio thing. Ziggler against undashing Cody Rhodes.
I would have won. I want to see that match.
I think I'd probably go. Oh, this is the Ziggler that's like scowling all the time. I'd go Cody.
Yeah, I think Cody squeaks it out.
I'm serious, Dolph Ziggler. What do you got for 2012?
In November, it's Punk.
Punk and Big Show. So Punk gets the win. He overcomes Big Show, I think.
How?
That's Big Show at this point in 2012. I don't think I'd be taking him all that seriously.
What do you mean? This is I just beat Sheamus in the good matches Big Show, or what? How did he win that world title? Has to be I beat Sheamus in the good matches.
Let's see. Big Show 2012. Where's oh wait, did I just flat out skip that? I did the opposite. Yeah, he beat Sheamus and he loses it to Del Rio.
Yeah, this is Del Rio babyface. Yeah, I'm going Punk.
Cesaro against Kofi Kingston. Probably Cesaro.
Cesaro, yeah.
And we still can't do any with the tag or the women. There's Seth Rollins. The women. Randy Orton versus John Cena, a match that has never happened.
So we did see this. They ended up beautifying the belts this way. If we assume that the crown jewel title is just for like the babyface pop, I can see an argument for Cena, but I can also see this is Authority Randy. So maybe the Authority just gives him another belt.
Oh, 100%. They all get involved. They screw Cena. Then they go like, see, Randy Orton is the true crown jewel of the company and of the Authority. Yeah.
Dean Ambrose, Curtis Axel.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose.
There's a lot there. Dean Ambrose.
And we got, I guess technically we have the NXT and the Divas champions. So AJ Lee against Paige. Well, we saw that.
Never happened. I'd go AJ Lee.
I could see them doing one of two things. Either it's AJ Lee wins, so that way she could be like, see, you still got some more things to learn, but you almost got me, kiddo. Or I could see it being like, well, we need an upset, and we already just gave Randy Orton the win. We're going to give him the win later. So let's go with a babyface thing. Let's go with Paige. But I think I'd lean more towards AJ Lee. We can't do the tag.
Well, we could do the WWE tag versus NXT tag.
That was on there?
It was Ascension against Cody and Dustin.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that then. Cody and Dustin, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough call.
Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus. Oh, no. It's just Brock Lesnar. Okay. So Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler.
Well, Brock, who's the NXT champion?
Adrian Neville. Brock Lesnar.
You know what? Don't knock it. That would have been a fun match.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been fun, but he would have gotten his ass kicked and thrown around like crazy. Charlotte versus AJ Lee. I think that would be a scenario where they would give it to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Not only would they love the idea of putting her over, but it would be like, she's the taller one, and, you know.
Not the taller, please.
Goldust and Stardust against Sin Cara and Kalisto. So, face paint against masks.
I'd go Sin Cara and Kalisto.
They pinned Stardust.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Ziggler.
I'd go Ziggler at that point. This is heel Sheamus. Where's babyface Sheamus? Either way, I go Ziggler.
Del Rio against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Rollins. Okay, who's gonna? Rollins and Balor. Wow. Okay.
Rollins, Balor. I think
I'd
that
still go Rollins.
If this is like
it's Authority
Rollins, then I think that, I don't know. See, I could see them going with Finn Balor to be like, oh, look at that, what an upset. But then again, we did just do the whole thing without the Authority, so yeah. Bailey, Charlotte, it would be Charlotte. And the Vaudevillains against the New Day, that'd be fun.
I would love. There'd be quite a few promos with the New Day taking exception to them seeing life in black and white, and I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'd go New Day.
I'd go New Day, absolutely.
This is heel New Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they'd cheat to win or something.
Oh, we got men's titles back.
Hey, look at that. So AJ Styles against Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, because Triple H helps him.
Yeah, he's the heel at this time. That's right. Universal Championship. So, yeah. Roman Reigns against Dolph Ziggler. It's Roman. Okay.
Roman.
We got the tag titles, too. And the women's. Oh, look at that. We're all over the place.
Hey, we're back.
That's right, because 2016 Sprint Splits. Yeah, of course, Tony. Goddamn. New Day against Heath Slater and Rhino. New Day.
Still going New Day. Becky and Charlotte.
I'd still go Charlotte. Yeah, Becky, they were like, oh, that's good job, Becky, but this is Charlotte Flair we're talking about. And that era, Becky was not the Becky that she became. 2017 has Jinder Mahal against Brock Lesnar. I wonder who could have won that and if it would have taken place at Survivor Series or not.
Maybe this is just a hunch, but I think AJ Styles might beat Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, it's a Brock win.
Brock win. Miz and Corbin, I think we did see. This is at the point where we start seeing these, right? Because Miz and Corbin, I remember. I'd still put it on Miz. By the way, Baron Corbin recently released.
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit on the Crown Jewel thing.
This is the one I'm pissed that we didn't get.
Jimmy and Jey Uso against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm going Shield, even knowing what we know now.
Yeah, I think Shield. And then we got Bliss against Natalya.
Which wouldn't have happened because I think Charlotte beats Natty. But seeing it like this, I give it to Bliss.
Yeah, probably. She was like a real hot ticket around that time. 2018 is still not loaded yet. Okay, there we go. AJ Styles against Brock Lesnar against Vacant.
Well, no, Brock Lesnar wins it the next day. By the way, actually, I guess we could have talked about it.
It would have been AJ Styles against Vacant.
The 6-year anniversary. Oh man, if I was on the show, we would have talked about it. The 6-year anniversary of Crown Jewel sucks. Brock Lesnar wins the title at Crown Jewel.
Wait.
Yep.
6 fucking years?
6 years.
No.
Yeah.
It's
because that was when they announced that Roman had cancer. That was 6 years ago already. And I know.
I was thinking maybe 4.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like there was a
Fuck
pandemic.
Me.
It's almost like there was a pandemic that ate a year and a half.
Oh my god. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one fucking bit.
Well, surprisingly, we're still at Lesnar and AJ, and I guess Lesnar would have to win.
Yeah. Technically, if it is Brock Lesnar / Vacant, maybe they give that win. Oh, I didn't put this down that we did the Brock Lesnar for that. So let's see. Shinsuke Nakamura against Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. This is the best Rollins.
This is a double champion around that, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Cesaro and Sheamus at the Bar.
I think the Bar would probably win.
Against Ambrose and Rollins.
Oh boy, looky here. What do we have here? Let me talk about this match for a minute, Tony.
This Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch match, huh?
Because this is a match that we should have gotten, Tony.
But probably at WrestleMania that one year.
Probably at WrestleMania that one year. Or remember the year that Ronda won the Royal Rumble? And then picked her opponent. And then literally said, I'm not picking Becky just because I think it's funny. Ronda.
This is Ronda Rousey. If she would have had that match with Becky Lynch and Becky wouldn't have gotten injured, Ronda would have never
gotten over.
Yeah. Ronda would have beaten Becky.
Gotten over, but it would have been a much different over. Like this would have been like Becky would have had a run similar to that of maybe like Drew when he beat Lesnar.
I can see that.
But not the run she did have. And if we wanted to pick a heel, I don't know. Who's a good heel champion? Maybe like the kind of run that, that Gunther's on right now or something.
Obviously, we didn't get that match. We got Charlotte subbing in. But this also opens up Shayna Baszler versus Rhea Ripley, NXT Women's Champion and NXT UK Champion. And then you got Tommaso Ciampa against Pete Dunne for the NXT and the NXT UK titles.
Another match I would like to watch. Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne. I think Ciampa would probably win.
I think Ciampa would probably win, but at the same time, Pete Dunne had been 531 days.
So Gargano comes out, costs Ciampa.
And then Pete Dunne ends up capitalizing. Right. And then you got Baszler and Ripley, and there's no NXT UK Tag Team Champions at that point, or mid-card champions. So Shayna and Ripley, Shayna would have, I think, won. Well, I don't know. Rhea Ripley was heel then.
And she
Oh,
does
that's tough.
She does beat Shayna.
That's a tough one because Shayna was like unstoppable
But
around the at one point, but then she had only been 5 days champion right here. Hmm.
I'm gonna.
Maybe Ripley wins because. Oh no,
Well,
maybe Shayna wins because somebody's feuding with Ripley and they cost her or something like that. Because Ripley wasn't built up as big of a deal as Baszler.
yeah.
I think more than likely that's where we'd be looking at. 2019, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt / The Fiend.
No contest. I'm dead serious. That would end in a no contest.
It probably would because that's Fiend when they were really pushing him to be strong. Styles against Nakamura. Well, Styles pretty much always got the benefit over Nakamura. So
they kick each other in the balls.
Yeah, awful. Fucking, I hated that. Revival FTR against the Viking Raiders. I think Vikings probably will win.
Yeah. Becky and Bailey. Becky's been champion.
That's Mania 35 post.
Oh, this
Becky.
is the man era.
Becky wins.
Becky's winning.
And we've got
Adam Cole against Gunther or Walter at that point.
So Walter wins that.
Yeah.
And then you got tag team champions Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly against Gallus, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. So Undisputed Era.
Yeah, Undisputed Era. And then you got Baszler again against Kaylee Ray.
And Baszler's at 370 days, so Baszler wins.
So Baszler's winning. I'd like to see the match again.
Didn't they do that on Raw? Alba Fire against
didn't they do it on? I meant like when they were fucking established.
When they weren't Alba Fire and Shayna Baszler from Dallas.
You dick.
Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns in 2020. Roman Reigns.
This Roman just came back. We have hindsight to look at now. This Roman's about to start the run of his life.
Then you got Bobby Lashley against Sami Zayn. So this era, Bobby Lashley against this era, Sami Zayn.
Bobby Lashley.
I can see that. Street Profits. Look at the picture for them. Look at Montez. Street Profits from 2020 against the New Day from 2020. Street Profits.
Was this the year that they did the stupid hey
switch the belts thing?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, because they have the same exact amount of days.
I think the New Day would probably give it to the Street Profits. They'd be like, they're more up and coming.
That's literally what happened in the match. Asuka and Sasha, another match I've never seen before.
Asuka. That's how they go.
Sasha Banks. What's her?
Sasha. How would you do that?
What's her Mandalorian character name? Is it Casca?
Yeah, blanking. I don't know. Hashtag sequels suck.
Isn't it Casca Reeves? I think. Oscar Reeves.
Well, Asuka from 2020 against Sasha Banks from 2020. So this is the Asuka that won the Money in the Bank and gets the cash in, right?
It is Casca Reeves, by the way. Yeah, this is that Asuka. Oh no, this is the Asuka that beat Sasha Banks, actually, at SummerSlam. And this is newly minted babyface Sasha. I'm gonna go with Sasha.
Sasha probably gets the win back.
Got to win back, exactly.
Finn Balor against Walter. That would have been really fun back then. Walter would have won.
Wow, this tag team championship match is the most UK thing there in UK.
Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch against Gallus.
By the way, I think only one of the Oni Lorcan's definitely not from the UK, but you might as well be. They were called the Kings of NXT. That's terrible.
Yeah, that was a really stupid name. I remember that.
Again,
that's when they were doing the whole thing with Pat McAfee. Yeah.
Wild times. Yeah, I'll put it on Gallus. Gallus plays on top.
I think so. Io Shirai against Kaylee Ray. I think they'd go Shirai.
I'd put it on Kaylee Ray.
Oh, wait, she's at 429 days. That's right. This was that long ass title reign that never ended.
And it was a good reign too. Like NXT UK provided some sleeper hits.
In 2021, we
By
have.
the way, we're just knocking these out.
Yeah. Well, we are at 35 minutes on the video too. So, Big E versus Roman Reigns. We know where that went.
That was the worst pay-per-view ever. Okay, Tony had just gotten married. I don't know if he was around for the egg.
Oh, yeah, I was.
I mean, you were around for the egg. But were you around for the inception of the egg?
Look, it's a fucking egg.
It's an egg.
Yeah, I remember that being really fucking dumb. Absolutely ridiculous shit.
Usos against RK Bro. Did they do that? Yeah, they did actually. The Usos
won they feuded for a little bit.
Yeah, Usos won it.
Usos kept winning that, yeah. Damian Priest against Shinsuke. Damian Priest probably would have won.
I'll give it to Shinsuke here.
Becky and Charlotte. I think we saw that, right?
We did. Remember the belt exchange? That didn't work out well for anyone?
That fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Charlotte.
I could see them doing that. Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa against Ilya Dragunov. I can see them giving it to Dragunov.
I think you mean Dragunov.
Ilya. Gotta give a little bit of a pause to do that.
Look at this tag team match, huh?
We would also have Carmelo Hayes against Noam Dar mid-card titles on the NXT side. So Carmelo Hayes probably would be Noam Dar. Pretty Deadly against Imperium.
And to be clear, that's Pretty Deadly, Lewis Howley and Sam Stoker.
That's
against
right.
Imperium's Fabian Eichner
and Marcel Barthel. Different era. And it's only 3 years ago.
Look, I love Pretty Deadly. I'm going Imperium.
Yeah, Imperium would have won. Mandy Rose against Meiko Satomura. We did see that.
Meiko Satomura should win.
I think she probably would have. And Toxic Attraction and Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH. Ugh, forgot about that Super Brutality team.
This was not that long ago.
It really wasn't. November 2021 is just 3 years ago. And
it's celebrated your anniversary. That's how long ago this was.
Yeah. Toxic Attraction versus Super Brutality.
I couldn't be asked to
I could see Nikki Cross losing the team for that. 2022 is Roman and Roman, so that's nothing.
Okay.
Roman clearly wins.
Right, so that's just it. Like, that's just...
Seth Rollins against Gunther. That would have been Gunther for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay against Jimmy and Jay. That doesn't count. Bianca Belair against Ronda Rousey. I think they'd have gone with Bianca.
I can see her putting over Bianca as well. Remind me when the fuck Alexa Bliss and Asuka were tag team champions?
October 31st, 2022, according to this.
And 2 years ago.
Had just won that. Yeah. I don't remember that at all. And who are the women champions? Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. So, yeah, Bliss and Asuka.
What is this?
This is the 2.0 era, too, of NXT. So we got Pretty Deadly.
Got their names back.
Yeah, Pretty Deadly's tag team names are changed, and they would have potentially, I guess, gone up against the Usos, and the Usos would have won. Brooke doesn't really count. And there's the Heritage Cup. Why is the Heritage Cup put over there? That's weird.
What do you mean?
It's on the main roster list.
Oh, somebody just moved it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Fix your shit, guys. No, we all make mistakes. Noam Dar against Wesley. Wesley probably would have won. Braun Breaker has no equivalent. So now we're at 2023 already. Look at that. Roman and Roman. And then you got Seth. So Roman against Seth would have been a Roman Reigns win. He's, still Roman in that era. Rey Mysterio versus Gunther. Pretty obvious it goes in one certain way.
Yeah.
Balor and Priest, Judgment Day. So the closest equivalent to that is NXT's Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. Yep, I don't think that Chase University would have won that.
God, this is like not that long ago either. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. And you got Io and Rhea. Rhea's got damage control. Rhea's not babyface. She's heel Judgment Day.
Oh, this is last year.
So this probably still Rhea.
It would have been Judgment Day damage control. I'd go Rhea.
Yeah. And if you throw Lyra in there, then either one of them could pin Lyra and keep the other one from looking.
Wait, have they not instituted the Rollins belt yet?
No, they did.
Okay.
We said Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. It would definitely be Roman.
Right, Roman wins there anyway.
And then we're in 2024. So, yeah.
It gets really uninteresting after like 2010. Because that Taker Cena one, I think, is the last really interesting scenario.
You know what could be fun, though? Not that we're going to do it for the whole fucking every year kind of a thing, but the WCW champion and the WWE champion.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe just for the years of the Monday Night War. So 95 to 01.
Let's see. You're not going to let me do that, are you? There we go. So 1995, we got Diesel against...
It would have been... Actually, November. It would have either been Hogan or it would have been Vacant.
I mean, Vacant's won a lot of titles. Let's see. It would have been the Giant.
Wow,
the Giant 4 days in versus Diesel in babyface mode. That's fucking tough, though.
I'm going Diesel by countout.
I could see that. I forgot about like a countout option. Yeah, they could have done that, and then it would have been like he's celebrating in the ring. The Giant clearly was not taken down. Yeah, you got Razor and Sting for the mid cards around that time.
Sting.
Yeah, probably Sting. Barton Billy Gunn against Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Honestly, a match I'd probably want to see.
I totally would have. I'd probably go Harlem
Heat. Yeah.
And there's no other equivalent of that. 1996. We would have on WCW side Hollywood
Hogan and Michaels. Is it Hogan and Michaels?
Shawn Michaels. So Hogan screws over Michaels because he would have creative control around that time frame.
Well, yeah, but the implications of the NWO is very interesting.
So many of those people would have gotten involved.
Wow, the mid card match is another
Triple H
really
against
interesting one.
Ric Flair.
I would have to give it to Flair.
I think Flair probably around that time too. Yeah.
And then Owen and Bulldog against Diesel Razor.
That'd be great.
Wow, that's actually pretty fun.
WCW sweeps this year, I think.
I'm gonna go Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot to say there.
So that year, WCW just wipes the floor with WWE, even though it's 1996, and I love that year for a lot of things. 97, we got Bret the Hitman Hart against Hollywood Hogan. Well, it's heel Flair, it's heel Hart, and heel Hogan.
Is that the time for a schmaz where you do
too many people are in the ring and it gets a no contest?
Yeah,
probably.
And the crown jewel belt gets smashed in the process or whatever.
Yeah, Kurt Hennig against Owen Hart.
I'd pay good money.
That'd be so good. Hennig's got an advantage of days as champion by 20. They're not taking Owen super duper seriously around this time, but then they kind of are.
I'm going to give it to Owen. I think he'd have more fun celebrating with the trophy.
Yeah, that would be great. Steiner Bros against Legion of Doom.
I give it to Legion of Doom, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. Sean's European champion. So I guess the World Television Championship.
I'm not putting him up against Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno against Shawn Michaels.
I'm not doing that.
But the cruiserweight is Rey Mysterio.
What the fuck is the WCW Women's Cruiserweight Championship?
On top of that, who's Sugar Sato?
Yeah, really.
Or Devil Masami as well. I don't know her. Ray versus Sean. That'd be a lot of fun. Sean would win.
Ray against Sean. It's still Sean.
And Disco Inferno versus Sean. Sean would get a good match out of him, but burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby. Okay, so this will for what it's worth, I thought Disco Inferno was fucking fun when I was a kid. Like, I'm not talking about how great Glenn Gilberti is now or something, but I enjoyed that gimmick a lot when I was a kid. I thought it was really stupid and I loved it.
All right, so the title is vacated here for WWF for 98. But if we go by the fact that the last champion's Austin and we put Austin...
Look, they would go up against anyway.
But it's Austin against Goldberg. Who do you put over?
Goldberg.
Do you?
Goldberg's on a streak. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he has to lose.
Yeah. Ken Shamrock against Diamond Dallas Page.
I put over Page.
It's me. I don't remember Shamrock being like particularly hot around that time. So yeah, I go DDP.
Is that Rick Steiner and Kenny Chaos?
Yeah, apparently they were the tag team champions.
So the New Age Outlaws wipe the floor.
I don't know who Kenny Chaos is. Jacqueline is women's champion. There's no women's champion on WCW. WCW, though, has cruiserweight and TV titles of Kidman and Jericho. Ah, man. You throw Kidman against X-Pac, and you throw Jericho against Mankind?
No, Jericho against Christian. It's more one of one light heavyweight cruiserweight.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I didn't see the light heavyweight thing. So Jericho and Christian, I'd go Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kidman and X-Pac, I think I'd go X-Pac.
I go X-Pac. He's more over at that particular time.
Make some noise, everyone. Mankind wouldn't have had anybody to go up against, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I like X-Pac. I want him to be considered more for people. I always like trying to pick him.
Fantasy things. Now the WCW title is vacated.
Yeah. That's up against Triple H from 1999. So Triple H would have probably won anyway.
Wow, China's the Intercontinental Champion.
China against Bret Hart. I wonder how Bret would have felt about that.
I think Bret gets an easy win.
Probably. He would have been like, I'm not wrestling this match unless we agree that this is, goes a certain way. Rick Steiner's TV champion. So that's
the British Bulldog.
It's British Bulldog, probably. And that's British Bulldog win, I would say.
Wait, this is the peak of the Attitude Era, and I gotta tell you, these matches kind of suck.
Yeah, they don't seem like they're the best. Disco Inferno would be up against the...
Gilbert.
Yeah, I was thinking Big Boss Man, but yeah, light heavyweight. So Disco Inferno versus Gilbert. Why am I more interested in that than any of the other ones?
And then the tag team is the Hollies against who?
Conan and Kidman.
Wow, this is the peak of the Attitude Era. This sucks. Oh my god, this.
What are you talking about? I would love to see that Gilbert match.
It's terrible.
2000 would have been Booker T.
Okay, so this is the final year we can do this.
We could do 01 probably now. Booker T, Kurt Angle. I think they'd give it to Booker.
I'd give it to Booker.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero with the IC title. General Erection for the fucking US title. Yeah, Eddie's winning that. Sean O'Hare and Mark Jindrak for the tag champs, and the Hardy Boys. So Hardy Boys win that.
Dean Malenko, who's cruiserweight champion?
No, women's champion. No. Mike Sanders is cruiserweight champion. I don't know who that is.
Dean Malenko beats him. Whoever he is.
Malenko. And the hardcore champion is whatever Reno is against Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman's winning.
Look at that, Steve Blackman. You won something on here.
Let me tell you something. The Attitude Era falls apart real quick in practice, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we can't do 2001. So then 2001, look at that. 2001, we have a WWF champion and WCW champion.
Actually, yeah, we saw that. Jericho wins.
Yeah, I didn't know that on the list. So let me add that in there. And do that. And that's not Raw and SmackDown technically, but
we hope you've enjoyed our rambles.
Yeah, it's essentially what a Darkcast is in a lot of different ways, especially because we tend to record those late at night and all, and it's 1 a.m. 1:11, make a wish for a lot of things right now. Yeah, that's the what if. So bonus feature for doing the whole thing that Carl did. Thank Carl for this one, everybody, because he was the one that went ahead and actually did
Carl.
It. And I still don't know what we're going to do for our main event for this week. So we're going to try to figure that out. It's going to depend on a lot of different things. I currently have no ideas even to shop around. So I guess we're going to brainstorm and see if we can come up with something. Yeah, make sure you help us out on whatever different platforms and stuff there are out there. Check out the Discord server. Make sure you hit up the Redbubble and TeePublic shops. Click on the join button on the YouTube channel members subscription thing. Double check that you're normally subscribed to. Ring that notification for that bell alert. Hit the like button on this video. Check out Patreon. All that good stuff. Make sure you go to the link tree as well. amangotree.com. You'll find a link of like all sorts of different links. A list of all sorts of different links, I should say. And follow me at Tony Mango.
Yep, follow me at Dude Felice. Check out Fightful.com and everything going on there. And keep supporting everything under a mango tree because we need you to water those seeds, baby. We need to grow. desperately need this to be the case. And fucking listen, we almost got out of here without being desperate, but we need to grow.
I'm in the desert here. Give me some water. But that'll do us in for this what if, and we'll see you.
Best I can do is oil.
Shout out to anybody who would understand the reference there. We'll see you next time with whatever it is we do. Until then, this has been another Smark moment, and we're being counted out.